Welcome back to the Grade Center videos series. This is part 4 of our Grade Center Basics series, and this video will cover navigation and organization in Grade Center. We'll look at how to rearrange columns, we'll review editing and deleting columns, and we'll take a look at what students see when they view grades in Blackboard. We'll also check out how to export Grade Center to Excel. Let's start by navigating to the full Grade Center. In our control panel, Grade Center, Full Grade Center. From the Full Grade Center, we have a few organization options. You can sort by any column by clicking on the column header. So we can sort by first name, first ascending then descending, last name, or any of the assignments. By default, the position of the columns is set to layout position. That's set in the column organization screen, which we'll take a look at in just a minute. You also have several other sort options. As you can see, you can sort by categories, due date, date created, points possible, or display name. When it comes to navigation in Grade Center, the column organization screen is a very helpful tool. So under the Manage button, we'll select Column Organization. From this screen, you'll see all of the grade items in Grade Center. You can also see the category that they're in, if any has been set, and the due date if one has been set. That will be visible here, as well as the point value. If you're using weighted grades and you suspect that your calculations are off, this is the first place you should look. Here you can make sure that all of your grade items are in the right category and that they're worth the right amount of points. If you do notice missing or incorrect categories, you can just check the box next to the items and change the category in the Change Category To button. You can also rearrange columns by clicking on the four-way arrow and dragging them. The order that columns appear in this screen is the layout position that we mentioned earlier. It's the default in the Full Grade Center. If you make any changes on this screen, be sure to click Submit to save those changes. Back in the Full Grade Center, we can edit each column by choosing Edit Column Information from the column's header drop menu. And we'll see the same options that were available when we created columns. Calculated columns, like the total columns and manually created columns, can be deleted. They have a delete option in their column header menu. Automatically created columns that are associated with gradable content in Blackboard can't be deleted. That content has to be deleted in the lessons area, and that will remove the column automatically from Grade Center. One very handy feature of Grade Center is the Export to Excel feature. Many departments require a copy of Grade Center to be submitted at the end of the semester, and exporting Grade Center to Excel is the easiest way to do that. We'll start with the Work Offline button. When you hover over it, you'll see a menu pop up. Select Download. We can leave all of these options at default and click Submit, then click the Download button again. Now, depending on the browser that you're using and the settings that you have for your browser, the file will either automatically save to your Downloads folder, and if you're using Firefox, you'll see your Downloads green arrow in the upper right-hand corner of your screen blink, and you might see a Save As dialog box. If that's the case, select where you would like the file to be saved and click Save. Now you're going to want to remember where you saved that file, because next we're going to open the file. You'll see a prompt letting you know that the data that's coming into Excel is coming from an outside source. Go ahead and click Yes. Once you see the data on the screen, you can work with it or format it however you like. When you're finished, under the File, you'll click Save As. You'll click the Browse button to select the location where you want to save the file, and you want to change the Save As type to Excel Workbook. Give the file a name that you can recognize later. Now you can attach this file to an email to your department chair as needed. You'll have to click the OK button to get back to the Full Grade Center, or you can use the menu in the control panel. Before we close our series on Grade Center Basics, it's important that we take a look at the vastly different experience students have with grades. We're going to use the Student Preview tool, and if you're unfamiliar with the tool, here's a video that explains how it works. Now that we're in the course as a student, let's navigate to the grades area. You'll notice that this view of grades is very different from the full Grade Center that we see as instructors. Students have some sorting options of their own up at the top. And you can see that the descriptions for any columns that we added are available to them as well. We'll have more information on student grade functions in other videos, including our grading video series and our student view video series. The important thing to remember is to check the student view from time to time so that you can better understand the experience that your students are having. Alright, we've looked at navigation and organization in Grade Center. We've learned to get Grade Center out of Blackboard with the Export to Excel function, and we've had a look at what students see in Grade Center. I hope you have found this series helpful, and if you have questions, please feel free to contact us at any time. And as always, be awesome.